Don't just play the music, play it beautifully. Challenge yourself to seek meaning in the mundane. I'm no Buddha. I don't pretend to have unlocked the secret to a fulfilling life. I watch, I listen, I read, I travel, and I think. And each of these endeavors have led me to a short compendium of conclusions, which I'd like to share now. Wear sunscreen. Just kidding. No, sunscreen's good. I was just kidding. All right, here we go. Revel in your happiness. Accept your sorrow. Philosophize. Rebel. Be passionate about something. Anything. Evolve, grow, and never ever stop learning. Travel. The earth is a world of unimaginable beauty. Protect it, cherish it, pass it on to your children better than it was delivered unto you. Get in touch with your spirituality, be it through the church, the temple, or the mountains. Laugh as often as possible. Laugh at a joke, laugh at a funny face, just laugh. Be honest with yourself and with others. Respect your elders, because whether you like it or not, with age comes experience, and with experience comes wisdom. Give your heart to your family and accept theirs in return. Money is nice. Making a difference in this world is better. Throw away your inhibitions and don't be a hug miser. Don't be afraid to dream. Save a little batter for the bowl lickers. Don't put too much value in your appearance. Good looks fade. A heart of gold is forever. And I read this one somewhere. Dance like nobody's watching. Good luck to you all wherever your travels may take you. And as that immortal sage Dr. Seuss once wrote, kid, you'll move mountains. So be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai, Ali, Van Allen, O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Michelle Nelson, and today I have the great pleasure of introducing this year's commencement speaker. This man was chosen because at Atholton High School, he is a living legend. This man was chosen because at Atholton High School, I already said that. Before Mr. Wright retired last year, after teaching at Atholton for 30 years, tales of his U.S. history honors classes were passed down from one class to another. As a sophomore, after hearing all the stories, I knew that was the class I was signing up for. I soon learned that no matter what happened over the course of the year, he would never turn his back on us, and we were always his cherubs. Now, although he is no longer a teacher at AHS, he is always there, substituting or overseeing in-school suspension, and he always has a smile on his face and a nice word to say. He is a great man, and we all love him. So without further ado, I am honored to introduce to you Mr. James P. Wright.
Thank you. Many of you may be, many of you may be wondering why I'm here before you today as a graduation speaker for Atholton High School's graduation class of 1999. I'm wondering about that myself. In my 30 years of teaching at Atholton, I've been privileged to be in the audience of graduating classes addressed by Bob Schieffer of CBS News, Kathleen Kennedy Townsend, the daughter of former United States Attorney General and Senator from New York, Robert F. Kennedy, and our current Lieutenant Governor, and yes, Oprah Winfrey when she was a reporter for Channel 13 News in Baltimore. The invitation from your children to address you here today was accompanied by mixed emotions. On the one hand, I was pleased and flattered that your children thought to ask a member of the faculty to be a graduation speaker. On the other hand, I was somewhat intimidated by the thought of speaking to an audience of parents, relatives, and friends assembled to celebrate one of life's most memorable events for those they hold dearest in their lives and hearts, their children. Perhaps the following will help you to understand my anxiety as I stand before you today. Once upon a time in the days of the Roman Empire, a mob was gathered in the Colosseum to watch as a prisoner was thrown to a hungry lion. The spectators cheered as the wild beast went after its prey, but the prisoner quickly whispered something in the lion's ear, and the beast backed away with obvious terror on his face. No amount of calling and foot stomping by the audience could get the lion to approach the prisoner again. Fearlessly, the prisoner walked from the arena. The emperor was so amazed at what had happened that he sent for the prisoner and offered him his freedom if he would say what he had done to make the ferocious beast cower in fear. The prisoner bowed before the emperor and said, "I merely whispered in the lion's ear, 'After dinner you'll be required to say a few words.'" It is also somewhat unnerving to arrive at the moment of truth and wonder whether you have anything to say that will adequately mark this very special occasion. And I want you all to note that I do not view this honor as mine alone. I merely represent all who served and loved your life's little treasures for the past 4 years. I want to take this moment to acknowledge all the parents, relatives, and guardians who raised these children who are about to graduate today. You all sent us your beloved with open hearts and minds, thus enabling us to do a job that makes Atholton High School Howard County's finest. I have given much time and thought as to what would be an appropriate topic for this address, and then I finally realized what the topic should be. Those of you whom I've been fortunate enough to have had in class made this decision for me. Life. What is life? Each year, Howard County High School senior classes are asked to fill out an outstanding teacher nomination. Consistently each year, I would get student responses that cited the times we discussed how to survive everyday life in college. There are some of you in the graduating class who have kindly told me you talked with us and not at us. You listened to what I had to say. I learned something about life. Our world has an abundance of talkers. Remember to be a listener. There are too few of them. Listening will bring you into the minds and hearts of others. And when you have made it a practice in your life to make yourself available for the needs of another, you have captured the essence of life. Man is not born to happiness. He has to achieve it. Life will have its sorrows. Overcome them. Accepting life's uncertainty can overcome fear and enhance survival. Some in this class surely have had sorrow in their lives that detract from their overall happiness. Work through your sorrow and unhappiness. It will take time and a sincere effort on your part, and the result will be a person of depth and compassion. The inability to be totally happy in your life does not mean that you have to be unhappy. Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it will elude you. But if you turn your attention to other things, it comes and softly sits on your shoulders, and you'll never find it at the bottom of a can or a bottle or through the swallowing of a pill. Today's youth has perhaps put its finger on an age-old truth, namely, there is a difference between success and happiness. And with maturity, youth will also learn that success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Your life is a gift. Accept it. And so is the life of every other. We are all co-equals. No man or woman is more than or less than any other. Never become so proud that you forget who you are. Who you are is sitting out there in this audience today. They gave you life and love you more than anyone else in this world ever will. They are the mothers and the fathers able to be here today. Graduates, do yourself a favor when this ceremony is over. Hug and kiss both of your parents and tell them that you love them. Besides being the right thing to do, they'll be like putty in your hands and will be willing to give you anything within their power. And I sincerely hope that each and every one of you graduates will be as fortunate as your parents and I have been to be blessed someday with children of your own. Because as former CBS commentator Bill Moyers once said, and with which I agree, I don't think we can truly know what it means to love another human being until we have a child. Life is an opportunity. Take it. Look at what you've accomplished so far. In each and every endeavor, keep telling yourself, I can do this. I can do this. Take pride in yourself for what you've been able to do, and don't denigrate yourself for what you can't do. We are not all great athletes, scientists, doctors, or mathematicians. Set your goals and expectations just a bit higher than what you think you can achieve. But be realistic. By setting your own personal goals a bit higher than what you ever hoped to achieve, you will be able to look back with pride and be able to say to yourself, I've accomplished more in my life than I had ever hoped. The lives of each of you graduates hold so much promise. Fulfill it. Life at times can be a struggle. Fight it. You're going to fail in some attempts. That's no tragedy or a reason to give up. We can't enjoy life's peaks if we never travel through the valleys. Experience is going to be one of the best teachers you have ever had. Take note of what caused you to fail in some particular effort so that the mistake is not repeated. Remember that failure is often the first step toward success, and only step after step is the ladder to success ascended. Wisdom can never be communicated. It has to be experienced. Life is beauty. Cherish it. We humans are unique in that we can think about and truly appreciate the beauty of our own natural world. Pause and reflect on the beauty that surrounds you. A loving family, your friends, the laughter of a baby, a sunrise or a sunset. We can draw strength and courage from choosing to celebrate the ordinary pleasures of life. Many of you graduates are about to leave for the traditional post-graduation week in Ocean City. Make time at least once, please, to get up early enough to watch the beauty of the sun rising over the ocean. And after you've become truly aware of the beauty of life, you will realize the beauty of your own life. There is something uniquely beautiful about each and every one of us. Perhaps it's our smile or our concern for others. And once you are at peace with yourself and the beauty of your own life, you can set about enhancing the beauty of the lives around you. If you think something nice about someone, don't be silent. Tell them. If they've done a particular job well, give them a pat on the back. Tell them if you enjoy being around them. Never forget, kindness is never wasted. If it has no effect on the recipient, at least it benefits the bestower. Life is an adventure and a game. Dare it and play it. But as you begin a new adventure, take time to think it through beforehand. Will you do anything or say anything that will cause you guilt or anxiety later? If the answer is no, proceed. If the answer is yes, then this particular adventure is not for you. The only person that each and every one of us must live with is ourselves. And we owe it to ourselves not to do things that will make it more difficult to do so. Life is not a continuum of pleasant choices, but of inevitable problems that call for strength, determination, and hard work. Through the ages, men of wisdom and learning have been preoccupied with the subject of youth. Aristotle praised the young by stating, "Youth loves honor and victory more than money." Cicero believed the desires of youth show the future virtues of man. Goethe remarked, even if the world progresses generally, youth will always begin at the beginning. And Longfellow in his poetry said, how beautiful is youth, with its illusions, aspirations, and dreams. Graduates, life is a game, play it. Life is a mystery, unfold it. Life is a journey, complete it. Life is a song, sing it. And make your philosophy of life to love, to trust, and to dare. And continue to follow all three throughout your lives. I congratulate you warmly on this happy and memorable occasion. The diploma you are about to receive is well earned. It is not only a compliment for your past, but reflects upon your future. For all of you, it is my sincere wish that you will find in your chosen vocation a life of great joy and happiness. Today, you become part of the world at a time when it has a multitude of problems to be resolved. Never in our history has there been a greater need for wise, courageous, and enlightened leadership than at the present. It is to you and young men and women like you that we must look for leadership. May you find an interesting and satisfying life in our world. And along your way, I hope you will learn the power of these simple truths: that life is without guarantees, that every moment counts, and that love endures. Parents, relatives, and friends, when I was still teaching, I put a daily quote on one of the chalkboards in my classroom. One of my personal favorites is, "Give a little love to a child, and you get a great deal in return." I want you to know we appreciate your having sent them to Atholton High School. I often called your children cherubs, for that's what they are, and who cannot love an angel. It has been said that a good school implies a good class. From where I stand, you have been a fine class indeed. And if you have found Atholton High School to be good, then that too is a credit to all of you. As we leave here this afternoon, let me give you this reminder. Rule number 1, don't sweat the small stuff. Rule number 2, it's all small stuff. Graduates, please have a safe, sober, and happy life. Vaya con Dios, no DDB. I love you. Thank you.
At this time, I certify that all members of the class of 1999 have met all the requirements set forth by the Maryland State Department of Education and the Howard County Board of Education and should be awarded their high school diploma.
It is with great pleasure that I receive the class of 99. We think the class is ready for the next step in life. It would not have been possible without your hard work, without the outstanding leadership of Connie Lewis and staff, without the support of parents and family in the audience. So you've done outstanding work, all of us here. I'd like to ask for your indulgence and address the senior class at this time, graduates. Years ago, I saw a cartoon of a blue heron swallowing a frog while the frog had its webbed feet wrapped around the blue heron's throat. The caption on the cartoon said, "Never give up." The frog had a plan and the tenacity to succeed. What is your plan? I talked to a man several years ago who had $12 million in the bank, and I asked him, what advice would he give graduates at a high school diploma? This is what he told me. He said, number one, fix in your mind a picture of what you want your life to look like in 30 years. Work towards it. My friend saw a wife, a comfortable home, job satisfaction, and retirement at 50. Step number two, learn skills that are marketable and get a good education that teaches you how to think, problem solve, and use technology. My friend worked his way through Clemson as a chemical engineer. Number three, don't limit your job or career search to a job that you think will make you happy. It is not what you do, but how successful you are that will give you job satisfaction. My friend started as a chemist and moved into sales. Number four, give your employer more than expected and always be in a learning mode. When you know more than anyone else, you will take command. My friend moved from entry-level sales to president of a technology company. Number five, never give up. I shared this plan with both of my daughters at about the same time as I am sharing it with you now at graduation. They blew it off as preaching. Both came back to the den after graduation from college, floundering, to ask the old gray fox to write down the steps. I did. It worked for them. I hope it works for you. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that each graduate receives the recognition that they truly deserve, we would ask that you please hold your applause until the last graduate in each row has exited the stage. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. It is our pleasure to present to you the Atholton High School class of 1999. Michelle Antoinette Nelson. Ashley Nicole Shedd. Samantha Bellin. Amy Marie Bain. Karen Elizabeth Bloom. Stephanie Kristen Grutzmacher. Joanna Margaret Hubbard. Emily Anna Johnson. Christina M. Kennedy. Carrie Ann Cohnline. Christina Noel Lawal. Joshua Cody Thorpe. Patrick Daniel Snyder. Daniel Jeffrey Dworkin. DeMarco Ray Brooks. Troy Stephen Elliott. Mrs. Waters, at this time, the Atholton High School administration respectfully requests that you yield the awarding of the next diploma to Mrs. Elizabeth Gates, Registrar. She will have the honor of awarding her son his diploma. Patrick Benjamin Gates. Edward Bartholomew Longstreth. Thomas Bernard Lucasina, Jr. Neil Sinha.
Catherine Ann Lee. Sarah Majori. Erin Michelle Manning. Catherine Ann Meyer. Megan Ravel. Jennifer Michelle Severe. Elizabeth Beatrice Steinberg. Sarah Ann Abram. Rebecca Lillian Allwang. Candace Marie Arazo. Christiana Apere Atuboye Teat.